point. I don't know. Shohei will have a lot to say about it. If he wants to pitch, probably get the pitch. Anyway, let's shift gears and check out our Northside Hospital, part of the lineup. A couple of the top first basemen in the National League since the start of 2022. Look, the home run totals are gaudy. The OPS numbers are high. Yeah. And look, I love the game totals. They play every day.
Yeah, they do. And both of them are having down years compared to what they're used to. Freddie hit 325 and 331.
Mi gente, vamos a tener el sonido en silencio hasta que empiece la transmisión del juego. Suscríbanse y denle like a la transmisión y compartan. Cuando empiece el partido, pongo el audio y aclaro un poquito más la pantalla. Ya saben, mi gente, compartan y denle like a la transmisión. Vamos a llevarle una par de gente a este en vivo hoy. Mi gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión, vamos a compartirla. Cuando empiece el juego, pongo el audio. Mi gente, no soy bueno narrando, pero vamos a intentarlo hoy. Denle like a la transmisión y compartan. Vamos a llevarle un par de gente al en vivo hoy. Mi gente, estamos casi empezando ya con la transmisión. Ya estamos casi empezando, no se desesperen. Denle a me gusta y compartan y suscríbanse al canal. Mi gente, cuando empiece el juego pongo el audio. Estamos casi empezando, no se desesperen. Quédense activos ahí con su mejor transmisión, sin interrupción.
All right, Chris Sale is ready to rock and roll for the Atlanta Braves. Glad 16.
Mi gente, voy a estar narrando un poco hoy porque los audios me están afectando mucho los audios cuando lo ponen. Esa música todita, la mayoría tienen derecho de autor. Pero suscríbanse al canal y compartan y esténse activos ahí en su transmisión. Ustedes van a ver sus imágenes al 100% ahí. Empezó la vuelta, la primera piedra le tira a Otani. Ya estamos en el aire, mi gente. Ya estamos con el juego activo ya. Somos 24, mi gente, somos 24 y solamente tenemos 3 likes. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión para que YouTube reconozca. Somos 24, mi gente, somos 24 y solamente tenemos 3 likes. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión para que YouTube reconozca. 1 y 1 para Shohei Ohtani. 2 y 1. Para Shohei Ohtani. 2 y 1. 3 y 1 para Shohei Ohtani. Conteo lleno para Shohei Ohtani. La máquina. 3 y 1 para Shohei Ohtani. Conteo lleno para Shohei Ohtani. La máquina. Mi gente, vamos a darle me gusta a la transmisión, vamos a darle like. Rolling por el CEO, la segunda 1, la primera. Dice el árbitro que sí, que fue doble matanza. Rolling por el CEO, la segunda 1, la primera. Dice el árbitro que sí, que fue doble matanza. Mi gente, somos 27, 27. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, por favor, para que YouTube reconozca. Vamos a darle like hoy. Mi gente, somos 27, 27. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Trae por el medio. Vamos a darle like hoy. Trae por el medio. Vamos a suscribirse, los que no se han suscrito al canal, comenten su favorito, estaré viendo los comentarios para responderles. Voten por el favorito. Vamos a suscribirse, los que no se han suscrito al canal, comenten su favorito, estaré viendo los comentarios para responderles. Voten por el favorito. Fly al Ray. El Ray detrás de ella. Bueno, picó entre los canales. Va por segunda. Siguió para tercera. ¡Ao! Por regla. Quiso correr demasiado. Fly al Ray. El Ray detrás de ella. Bueno, picó entre los canales. Va por segunda. Siguió para tercera. ¡Ao! Por regla. Quiso correr demasiado, mi gente. De Oscar Hernández. Él no es muy corredor que digamos y quiso correr demasiado. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a compartir. Vamos a meterle un par de gente a esta transmisión hoy heavy. Este juego va a estar picante. Dodgers Atlanta. Los que son fanáticos de Tampa y de Cleveland. Está ganando Cleveland. En el quinto episodio, 1-0. Gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Solamente tenemos 3 likes. Somos 27 mirando la transmisión y solamente tenemos 3 likes. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Gente, Gente, vamos 30, somos 30. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Empezó el partido. Vamos a darle like y a compartir. Bora, la primera.
And throwing the ball really well.
And with all the issues they've had, the Dodgers, with their starting pitching, injuries, lack of success, Flaherty has been a stabilizing piece for Dave Roberts.
Yeah, I think that slider has been a much better pitch for him this year. 339 average off of it last year. Only 217 this year.
They'll also throw that four-seamer, the knuckle curve, the changeup, and the sinker. And there is the slider, Glav. It clips the outside corner, 2-2.
Yeah, good pitch with back door.
Michael Harris takes a 2-2 pitch and lines it to center field.
Well, I think so important, guys. Good job by Michael. Get off to a good start. That's what they did last night. They gave Spencer Schwellenbach some room, 5-0, even though he gave up a couple runs. It's free and easy, right, Glav, when you're out there pitching compared to a 1-0, 0-0. So they can put some more early here and just kind of get that momentum.
Yeah, and especially for a guy like Sale, as good a year as he's having, you give him any breathing room, it's only going to help. So Flaherty did not execute his pitch there.
Now Jorge Soler.
The Dodgers got to hope. And I got bad news with Glass now today, done for the year. So
their pitching injuries, and obviously the Braves have had some injuries themselves, but the Dodgers have 7 starting pitchers currently on the injured list.
And they just had Yamamoto come off on Tuesday. Granted, he looked great, but you go to playoff right now, literally, Flaherty and Yamamoto, and after that, you don't know. And if you remember, that's kind of what happened to him last postseason.
Well, the Braves aren't feeling sorry for him, I can tell you that.
No.
Soler lines this foul. Jorge had a big 2-run homer yesterday. Last 3 games, he's really turned it around. Frenchie talked about it in the pregame, but 5 hits, a homer, and a couple of doubles over the last 3 for Soler. Swing and a miss here, though. There's a good version of that Flaherty slider.
Yeah, good breaking ball there. 33% strikeout rate for Flaherty against right-handed hitters. You get to 2 strikes, 50% of the time it's a punch out, and you saw it there.
He does a good job, Glav, of keeping that slider low like that down in the zone.
Yeah, he really likes to pound the lower portion of the zone, which is a little bit of a rarity in today's game, but it's been successful for him.
And you mentioned how good he's been since coming over at the deadline from Detroit. 5-1 with a 2.61 ERA. And last start was his best so far. He went 7 1/3 scoreless against Cleveland. 4 hits, no walks. Ozuna swing and a miss.
Yeah, a lot of breaking balls. 49% of his pitches are breaking balls. Like we said, likes to pitch down.
I've talked to hitters about that slider before, and what they kind of tell you is it just doesn't get there. You saw the one Soler, the one Ozuna, just you see it, you think you're on it, and then you just out over on top of it. And as you said, Gluff, because of that, he does a good job usually of missing down instead of missing up.
2-1 to Ozuna. Knuckle curve that time to even the count.
To me, you almost got to take the approach as a right-hander here. Try to shoot that fastball to Mookie Betts in right field. And that tries to keep you on everything else. And I just think Marcel, some of these guys are so good, Glav, even if he gives you 93, 94, 95, you can foul it off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. But to your point, if you're going to hit that breaking ball, you better be thinking the other way a little bit.
Called strike. Slider at the knees. Back-to-back Ks for Flaherty.
Yep, bottom of the zone there again.
doors, almost front door.
Yeah. And now Matt Olson, 1 for 4 last night. He drove in one of the Braves' 6 runs. Flaherty, of course, has been around the block. 8th year in the majors. And good start, as we talked about, with the Dodgers. Long time with the Cardinals. That's where
Bien, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a compartir la transmisión, por favor, denle like. Somos 30 y pico mirando la transmisión. Solamente tenemos 3 likes.
One of those old school guys, right? He's not going to throw hard and blow you away. He's out there pitching. That's the one you got to lay off right there. You see Matt's been able to do it, get to a 2-0 count.
Comenten y díganme cómo se ve la transmisión, cómo se escucha.
Harris still down there at first base. 2-0. Hit in the air out to right. Mookie Betts is back. He's on the track at the wall. He can't get it. Harris is going to score. It's an RBI double for Matt Olson.
I'll tell you what, Glad, the way Mookie Betts went after that ball, I thought he had a beat on it, it looked like. And it just, if you watch here, just outstretched his arms. Matt got it out front a little bit. Oh.
Yeah. And when it came off his bat, I was watching Mookie, and I'm like, you're not going to have a play. That ball's way out of here. But it didn't seem to carry, and just out of Mookie's reach. Big double and early lead.
There's a bit of a breeze you can see blowing across the field left to right. Yeah, the Braves jump out in front here 1-0 in the first. There were gustier winds earlier today, intermittent rain showers. They had the tarp on until about an hour before first pitch. Braves catcher Sean Murphy takes a 1-1 sinker downstairs. And we mentioned it earlier, but the Mets did
mi gente, estoy viendo los comentarios. Quiero saber cómo se ve la transmisión y cómo se escucha, mi gente. Déjenme saber. A ver si le estoy llevando un buen contenido.
Standings with a win here tonight.
Now you win tonight, you're back in controlling your own destiny. Mets had a 4-0 lead in that ball game today up at the bank. But I think we've seen a lot of games there. That's not much.
No. Yeah, Philly scored the final 6 and closed the door on them.
I tell you, for as good as the Padres were playing in Diamondbacks, they're right there too. I mean,
and as we've talked about, tough schedules down the stretch for those teams. That's in there, 3-2. Flaherty kicks and fires, and he misses. So a long first inning here for Flaherty. 2 on with 2 out. Let's take a look at the racetrack defense for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman, another acquisition at the deadline out there in center field. Muncy and Freeman at the corners. Rojas and Hernandez up the middle with Smith the catcher. And the inning will extend for Jared Kelenic here.
Bien, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Solamente tenemos 4 likes. Vamos a darle like para que lleguemos a muchas personas.
Well, 1 is great, but let's get greedy. How about a couple more here?
Yeah, why not? Keep adding to the pitch count, add to the run total.
Next pitch will be the 25th here for Flaherty. And Kelenic out in front. Frenchie, the slider versus that knuckle curve as a hitter, how much difference is there?
Well, it's, I mean, miles per hour wise, 7 or 8, but it's just the depth of it too is tough. I think this is one of those guys when you're facing him, you can't get big. You know what I'm saying? You try to do what I think what Michael did. Try to hit Hard line drives up the middle.
Another knuckle curve, but Jared Kelenic lays off of it. See some perspiration building. Flaherty's got it. His jersey pretty much soaked. It's not a high temperature, but it's a humid night here in Atlanta. Kelenic hits this a mile in the air out toward Betts, and unfortunately it's going to stay in the yard. Betts takes it on the track, but the Braves take the early lead. Ground ball up the middle. Polanco smothers, flips it out of the glove. Rehans a bare hand. Wow. In time, the double play of the year. How can you not smile about that one?
It's a terrific play all the way around. Wasn't sure he's going to get to it. The flip, barehanded, and then able to get the throw off.
Last night, assuming that he'll get something similar here. Last night got the standing ovation. Around 30 seconds, Schwellenbach circled the mound, tipped his cap, and then on we played, and here we go for game 2 of the series.
Tonight is business.
All business, baby. Guys, the first time that Freeman has hit cleanup since April 28th of 2016. That was Atlanta at Boston. Frenchie, you were batting 6th and playing left field in that ball game.
Nice.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And his teammate Mookie Betts was leading off for Boston that day. But it's been 8 years since he has hit cleanup.
Trying to move him down in the lineup that night to get some protection from you. Is that what it was?
Yep. Yeah. I was hot at the time, Tom. Sid rode me while I was hot. Then when I wasn't, he said, just sit right here.
Sit here with me, kid. Watch this one.
Sale gets ahead of Freddie 0-2. Boy, he thought about chasing that slider. Freddie's still a very solid year, but 280 for him is below his average. He's a career 300 hitter. And Sale strikes him out looking.
Wow, that's just a really good pitch there. Breaking ball starts at that front knee. Might have been a little bit down. But home plate umpire has been calling that pitch down so far. So
that's what I was going to say. Flaherty, he's given that down too. So I think as a hitter, you got to recognize if that ball's right at knee high, just below, you got to go.
First strikeout tonight for Sale, 214th on the season. One behind Dylan Cease for the major league lead. Catcher Will Smith now. See, Ozzie Albies over there. Was a positive development for him yesterday. He told reporters, I don't know the date, but I am going to play again. And he basically says that when he comes back, guys, he plans to bat right-handed because the left-handed swings haven't been that comfortable.
Said it that 1 year almost. Thought he should almost bat right-handed when he was struggling so bad left-handed. I'd rather have just be in there.
Yeah, exactly. Give me only right-handed Ozzie over no Ozzie.
Yeah.
So there's no official timetable, but hoping sometime next week, Ozzie Albies can be back in the lineup. Michael Harris has to go a little ways for this, but he's got it.
Yeah, good jump. And like anything, Michael knows that outfield, knows when he hits the warning track how many steps he's got. So good play.
Two away, and now here's Tommy Edman, traded at the deadline from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Dodgers. And when you do get Ozzie back, then you've got options because Whit Merrifield can play third. Of course, Gio Urshela has been good over there, but if nothing else, you've got a very good backup.
Yeah, you can go matchups really for there to me. Gio's probably going to bring a little more defensively, and the way Whit's swinging it right now, a little more offensively, but at least you give options.
Almost hit Edman there. A slider missing, 3-0. That one just missed outside, so Edman a 2-out walk. Second walk through the first 6 hitters for Sale.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic there for Chris to get 2 quick outs and then walk a hitter.
So the inning will extend to the shortstop Miguel Rojas, who did have a solo homer yesterday. One of 2 runs that the Dodgers scored against Schwellenbach. And one thing Dave Roberts said that has helped fortify this offense, it was already good, but he said the bottom 3 in our order is now hitting. They're over 250 since the All-Star break in the 7, 8, 9 spots. So there aren't many weaknesses up and down the Dodgers lineup.
Yeah, not a lot of places to go to guarantee outs, so to speak.
But hopefully this is one. Urshela backing up.
Mi gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión, vamos a darle like, vamos a compartirla para que lleguemos a más personas. Somos 51 activos. Gracias, mi gente. Vamos a darle like.
Well hit deep right.
En los anuncios, mi gente, en los anuncios la pongo en silencio porque aparecen una música ahí que luego me afectan en YouTube. Pero tense ahí tranquilo que van a seguir viendo su juego. Desde que empiece le pongo el audio. Vamos a darle like, vamos a compartir. Comenten, a ver, díganme si está bien la transmisión, si se está escuchando linda, si se está viendo bien. Díganme, mi gente. Vamos, mi gente, somos 56, solamente tenemos 6 likes. Somos 56 activos y solamente tenemos 6 likes. Vamos a darle like. Recuerden que los canales crecen fanáticos y ustedes son los fans. Para nosotros llevarle una buena transmisión y un buen contenido, ayúdenme a que el canal suba, denle like, comenten, díganme si se ve bien la transmisión, díganme lo que necesiten, mi gente.
Jermaine Dupri down there, a lot of star power before the game.
Big night, yeah.
Hey, look, anything's better than what 50 Cent did up in New York that time.
Oh, my goodness. That goes down as the worst all time as far as first pitches is concerned. Now he's having a bottled water up there in the booth. Good for Usher.
Yeah.
Bottom 3 in the order here for Flaherty.
I was thinking maybe apple juice.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that they give that out in the press box. Orlando sends this to right field. Betts will take it for the first out. Hey, speaking of celebrities, we got to give a happy 50th birthday shout out to Mark Bowman, the Braves' great beat writer for MLB.com.
Yeah, Big Bo, happy 50th.
Yeah, I think Bo's going to be upset, though, guys.
I know. His Mountaineers lost.
I think they lost 37-34 in the backyard brawl to Pitt. It's a tough one. Sorry, Bo, but happy birthday, bud. Hope you're grinding with us tonight.
Bo is the best, does a tremendous job, and has all right, so these are a couple of former teammates squaring off. These guys were in Detroit earlier this year. Flaherty pitching to Gio Urshela. That one gets away from Will Smith, but he throws down, and Flaherty is able to get his former teammate 2 away. And now Whit Merrifield returned yesterday, missed a week with the fractured left foot. He's got a small fracture. Doctor told him you can't hurt it any worse. It's all about pain tolerance. And guys, Whit said, I've never been on the IL in my career. I'm not starting now. I want to be a part of a team in the postseason, and he's out there.
Oh, good. Good for him. You know, I mean, this is where you want to be. This is when you want to be playing. So,
some run last night too. I thought he was okay. You know, I think he did a good job of. You know, he ended up getting thrown out on the play I saw, but he did a good job of breaking it down. But he looked out of the box like he was moving okay.
Just incredible, though. 9 years in the majors, not one IL stint. Shows you how tough this guy is.
Yep.
He lines it foul. Frenchie, did you have an IL stint?
I did.
Anything else you want to say about it?
No, okay. You just asked me a question.
Okay, just checking. I know a guy who pitched with a broken rib because he didn't want to go on the IL.
Yeah, I mean, that's baby stuff.
Who, Maddox?
I mean, my God.
No, the guy in the middle.
That's right.
Thomas?
Yeah. You didn't play with a broken rib, Frenchie. He's going to plead the fifth. Okay. It is impressive, though. 2-2 with 2 away. And
look,
full count.
I love what Tom always said. That's the truest statement in baseball. The only time you're healthy is the first day you walk onto spring training.
Yeah. And a good year.
Yeah.
A lot of times you go in, there's already something going on.
And Whit Merrifield lines it out to left. He's going to head for second. And that foot looks pretty good. A stand-up double.
Well, when you turn on a ball like that, foot feels better. Nice piece of hitting. Look, you talk about a guy who's, I mean, had years of 200-plus hits with Kansas City. I think like anything, you know, he's not going to admit it, guys, but when he went to Philly, he played sporadically. They had him for a certain thing. And I just think he was still at that thing where you're seeing now him play every day. The swing's there. I think it made a big difference. You know, he was an all-star last year with Toronto.
And he has been tremendous since putting on that Braves uniform. And I just like how candid he was. He said, I'm not sure how many chances I have remaining in my career to be in a playoff race. I want to be out there battling with these guys every day.
Well, I mean, that's what you want, right? Those are the guys you want in your lineup. You know, it's unfortunate for the Braves. They've had so many injuries and so many different guys, but you want guys like that in your lineup that want to be out there.
He's in scoring position here for Michael Harris, who singled last inning.
Yeah, and after a pretty lengthy first inning for Flaherty, he had a chance to have a quick inning right there, and now he's having to work again.
Michael bounces this foul, 1-2.
Gente, somos 60 activos, 60 viendo la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Eso no cuesta nada. Un dedito y tim. Y ya, y me ayudan bastante.
See if he tries to go back in there again or stays with the breaking ball.
Throwing the four-seamer, and Michael fouls it away.
See, that's the approach. I think you're seeing that by him just being a tick late on that, though. He's able to lay off that off-speed stuff. And like anything, the more you get into the at-bat, the more pitches you see as a hitter. Glad you know this, you're going to be more comfortable.
Sixth pitch of the at-bat here. Freddie Freeman will take it just down that first base line to end the second inning.
Se fue el inning, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, a compartir. Vamos a darle like. Vamos a llegar a los 20 likes por lo menos, mi gente. Ayúdenme ahí con los likes, por favor. Para que la transmisión se riegue y vengan más personas. Somos 61, mi gente. Están dando anuncios. Ya ustedes saben, denle like a la transmisión para que YouTube la reconozca. Que le vamos a estar llevando este juego completico ahí con su imagen bacana. Ayúdenme ahí con los likes. Gracias a los que se están suscribiendo, gracias a los que han dado like. Vamos a darle like, mi gente, a la transmisión. Gracias a los que se están suscribiendo, gracias a los que han dado like. Vamos a darle like, mi gente. No se desesperen, me activo ahí que desde que empiece la transmisión yo le pongo el audio. Lo que pasa es que hay alguna música que después me afecta en el canal. Y tengo que ir poniendo, tengo que ir muteando. No se desesperen. A veces ponen una música también en los estadios ahí.
Do not care. They're only focused in that at bat. He said that decompression time is for the offseason. And Tom, it makes me wonder, when you're out there doing similar things in your career on the mound, how do you balance that? When does that decompression time come? And was your mindset the same?
No, 100%. I mean, I think you have to live in the moment, right? You start thinking about all the things that you're doing, particularly in a year like this, then you're not focused on what you need to be focused on, which is going out there and pitching and keeping on doing what you've been doing. And, to Chris's point, you want to win a World Series, and, right now is the grind. You don't have time to think about a whole lot. Maybe you take a day off the day after you pitch to regroup, but the rest of it comes in the off season, and hopefully that's a ways away.
Well, he's come so close to winning that Cy Young many times during his career in Boston, then all the injuries hit. And now he's kind of reinvented himself here in a way at age 35 and having such a tremendous season.
Get the feeling the Braves got him at the perfect time. Got a chip on his shoulder a little bit. Wanted to show he still had something in the tank. And now, I mean, he's going to win his first Cy Young. I think we can say that. I would be shocked if it doesn't go to him.
Yeah, I would agree. He's got Max Muncy here at 2-2. Swing and a miss. And now he is tied. Chris Sale is with 215 strikeouts atop the major league list. Our Xfinity game changer. Yeah, I would say this looks like a Cy Young campaign, fellas.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about winning the Triple Crown of pitching, I'm not sure how you wouldn't win it.
Yeah.
But it's just been a dominant year from start to finish.
As I said, I continuously told you I thought the last 3-4 years Zach Wheeler was the best pitcher in baseball, and you see that. He was right behind Sale, and again, this has been a special year for Chris. And
somos 67, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Solamente tenemos 6 likes. Vamos a darle like.
You mentioned the Triple Crown, the last National League pitcher to win a Triple Crown. Actually, the Dodgers' Clayton Kershaw way back in 2011. Kershaw would win the first of his 3 Cy Youngs that season. Right now he's on the injured list, though, for Dave Roberts and the Dodgers. But present and accounted for. Count evens up here to Hernandez at the bottom of the order. Left center. Over goes Kelnick and back now, but he won't get to it. And it's going to bounce into the seats. Kike Hernandez, ground rule double.
that's one of those. He just stayed back enough and caught that one. And Hernandez, many years in LA, he just played against left-handers. That's been one thing he's always been strong with.
And now it's another battle of Sale and Ohtani. Ohtani walked in the first.
Gente, vamos a suscribirnos, a darle like, por favor. Somos 70 y pico de personas.
Leads the National League in homers with 47 of them, and in runs driven in with 104 of them. Glad you got a guy this good. How do you approach him?
Carefully.
I know this. That pitch was great.
Yeah, no, he might have a little blood on his knuckles after that one. But look, I mean, I think, you know, obviously lefty-lefty matchup. I think it's certainly in Chris's favor, but
si usted tiene la pantalla abierta en grande, ciérrela un ratico y dele like, vuelve y ábrela.
It's got him 0-2. Well, there you go. Fastball up.
Ooh, tough to lay off that pitch,
yeah.
Isn't it? If that pitch is in, I think he might go on it.
Yeah. I mean, after that fastball that he fouled off his knuckles, I wouldn't mind seeing him throwing that front door slider right at his elbow. See if he can get him to flinch. Or do that.
Or 98, right at the bottom of the zone.
Se lo cantaron al androide.
You let him know he had 98 in the tank right there.
Yeah.
That's just beating him to the spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Ohtani looking off speed, something right there, and just can't pull the trigger.
And now he's alone at the top again. Chris Sale, most strikeouts in baseball. So got the runner out at second, and here's Mookie Betts. right field, but this one is going to go foul.
El Monkey Backs.
Like anything too, guys. You got
Gente, vamos a darle like, miren.
right?
Eso
How it's
está
lined up tonight.
un like
You could
y
have
ya ustedes me
yourself
ayudan a que
four of
YouTube
those
reconozca la
starts
transmisión y la
if you really
comparta
need
por
it.
el mundo entero.
Saturday,
Vamos a darle like, por
Thursday,
favor.
Tuesday,
Somos
Sunday.
78 personas
So
activas.
I think
Solamente
that's
nada más
one
tenemos
advantage
6
right
likes.
now, how it's lined
¿Qué pasa,
up.
mi gente? Vamos a darle like, por favor, que
Well,
estoy
let's hope he
llevando
can
una
skip
buena
that
transmisión.
Sunday and line him up for game one.
Tuesday, exactly. But if you got to get there, you got to get there.
Yeah, 100%.
Braves will finish this Dodgers series Monday, then go on the road, 3 in Cincinnati, 3 in Miami, then back home for that final homestand against the Mets and the Royals. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. 2-1 to Betts.
Rare change up there and a good one, but Mookie laid off.
Fastball top of the zone at 97.
Put a little extra on it on these two hitters right here.
Two down and a 2-2 pitch from Chris Sale.
Lanzamiento.
Shallow
Bueno,
center.
batazo al
Merrifield
center
out.
field.
He can't get there.
Eso fue un granadazo
It's
que
an
picó de ahí.
RBI single for Mookie Betts.
Aquí le llaman blooper
And the
a
ball
eso.
game is tied.
It's just a bad break there.
Yep.
Fastball right off the end of the bat and just didn't get much on it, but in a perfect spot.
It's the old Texas wedge.
Yep.
Well, Mookie Betts missed 2 months with that broken left hand. If not, he might be in the MVP talks in the National League. Another fantastic season for him, and he ties the game at 1.
Mi gente, vamos a darle like y comenten si le estoy llevando una buena transmisión, porque al parecer no le estoy llegando una buena transmisión, porque no me están dando los likes. Mi gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión, a compartir.
Hernandez doubled back in the first inning, then got thrown out at third, trying to stretch it into a triple. 0-2. Packed house last night, packed house again tonight, and another one tomorrow and Monday for the Braves and Dodgers in a big 4-game series. Sale in search of his 4th strikeout so far tonight. But that one misses down the check, and he did not go, says Dan Mertzel.
Se ha frisado Teócar con los
Tough
controles.
pitch
Se
to
ha
lay off
frisado,
there by
frisado ahí.
Hernandez.
Pega uno,
After a
Teócar.
high
¿Qué
fastball,
hora?
come back with that slider back foot. He was able to lay off.
Sale still has him 1-2, but he'll check over to Betts. Betts goes for second. It won't matter. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Sale. But the Dodgers
Swing y
take the
abanica.
game at 1 apiece.
Mi gente, ya tenemos otro like. Se animó otro a darle like. Vamos a seguir animándonos, mi gente, a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos. Mi gente, están en anuncio. Ustedes saben que cuando están en anuncio yo la pongo en silencio. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. para que lleguemos a más personas. Somos 71 personas activas ahora mismo. Vamos a darle like, por favor, a la transmisión. Comente si le estoy llevando un buen contenido. Ahora mismo subimos a 91 personas activas, mi gente. A 91 personas activas y solamente tenemos 6 likes. Vamos a darle like, por favor. Vamos a darle like. Y déjenme saber si le estoy llevando una buena transmisión. Comenten cuál es su favorito. Gracias a los que se han suscrito, gracias a los que se están suscribiendo y gracias a los que están dando like, mi gente. Gracias. Vamos a seguir dándole like a la transmisión para que se disfruten su juego enterecito ahí, tranquilo, con su imagen bacana.
Plug it out, but both teams are getting it done.
And the Dodgers right now, their magic number to clinch the West is at 11 games.
You know, as frustrating as it can be from a fan and an offensive standpoint, I think I'd rather have the good pitching, though. When you think about going into the playoffs, we had the best offense in baseball last year, and 4 games, you were done.
I think especially, guys, if you're able to get Ozzie Albies back. Look, we don't know about Austin Riley, but the word has been maybe the postseason. That would obviously be icing on the cake. But, yeah, you roll out the starters that you could have for the first 3 of that playoff run. Yeah. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, no, that's why I keep saying that they're a dangerous team in a lot of people's minds. Nobody's going to want to go into a short series facing the Braves starting pitching, and for good reason. But, you know, it's always tough to slug people in the postseason, right? And it's, Jeff, you know, I mean, it's always easier to score 4 runs when you don't have to.
Soler to right center field. That's tracking back, and he doesn't get it. It hit the web of his glove and fell out, and it's a double for Jorge Soler.
Right field's giving Mookie a little trouble right now.
Yeah,
it's having fits. You see, got in on him a little bit. And actually, I thought the way Mookie had come back, but again, right here, in his mind, that wall caused that ball to be dropped.
Yep.
And, you know, we've seen Mookie Betts make some incredible catches. Remember that postseason and COVID year? But right there, you see the difference.
Well, he's won 6 Gold Gloves in the outfield.
Yeah, he looked like a guy right there that was not real comfortable with where he was.
Exactly. He knew the wall was right there, but...
Es un buen intento, mi gente, el outfielder, pero no pudo. Marcelo Zuna al bate.
So the Braves a chance to grab that lead right back. But yeah, Betts began the year at short, had the hand injury. He comes back, and Dave Roberts says, we're going to keep Rojas at short. We're going to move Mookie back to right where he has 6 Gold Gloves. Certainly he knows how to play the position.
Yeah, Rojas is just too good at short not to play him there defensively.
Swing and a miss from Marcelo Zuna.
We need a Big Bear bomb.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Wow.
Longest home run drought for him in 6 seasons. He hasn't hit one in 22 games. He did get his 1,500th career hit last night.
RBI in his last 59 at bat. So yeah, it's a good time to end all those.
Still sitting on 37 homers, 98 driven in. And he's going to take a free pass. All right, now our GMC Making the Grade feature with Matt Olson coming up. This is what Matt has done over the last 3 weeks.
And we talked about it. I know it's been a disappointing season for him, guys. But with that being said, you can wipe all that out with a strong finish, a good postseason. And we came on tonight, the Open, as we talked about how 2, 3, 4 has got to get it done. This is the opportunity right here. Soler on, Ozuna on, and Olsen up.
Flaherty's pitch count at 56 here in the third.
Mi gente, esa música que ponen en los estadios es lo que me jode en el YouTube. Esa música. Que tienen derecho de autor la mayoría. Cuando vean que lo pongan en silencio, es por la música.
He's kind of lost that ability, Glab, to throw a fastball for a strike right now.
Yeah. Well, it happens sometimes when you rely on the breaking ball so much, you kind of lose feel for that fastball. There it was again.
Yeah. You almost get the feeling that now they can kind of zone in on that off speed until he can show you that he can throw that fastball for a strike.
It's been such a good year for Flaherty, but he actually hasn't faced the Braves since all the way back in the 2019 postseason when he was with the
Pero lo importante del juego, lo más importante es la imagen, mi gente. Ustedes se están disfrutando de su imagen, tranquilo ahí. Lo del audio solo de menos. Ustedes están viendo las acciones ahí. Que no es que yo se lo estoy narrando, ustedes lo están viendo.
The decisive game 5 when the Cardinals would advance past the Braves in 2019.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that game 5.
No, that's one you just erased from the memory bank.
Yeah.
That got ugly.
That was over before it started.
Called strike at the knees.
Oh.
And Matt Olson, a quick word for John Lipka.
I would usually say, yeah, it could be low, but Tommy's been calling it all night both ways. And that's no different than the pitch sailed through to Ohtani when he got him.
Yeah, he's called a couple lower than that. That ball is actually on the bottom portion of the strike zone, so pretty nasty pitch.
So now on to Sean Murphy, who takes a healthy hack at the sinker, 0-1.
You can see what he's trying to do to Murphy here just after 2 pitches. Trying to run that sinker and get him to roll over for a double play.
Murphy walked to the first. Lined, gets away from Rojas, and Murphy's able to beat it out at first.
Yeah, hit it hard, just right at him. Kind of handcuffed him, I think.
So now they're at the corners, 2 outs, and Jared Kelenic, who just missed a 3-run homer back in the first inning, stands in. And takes a fastball at the knees. And when Kelenic flew out back in the first, he was visibly frustrated. He thought he got a pitch to put into the chop house. That bounces away. Oh. Boy, Soler almost came home. Murphy will go to second.
He was there too. He was going to be safe, but I think it was tough to tell how far that ball bounced out.
Yeah, from Murph's angle, that ball going behind the hitter, it's kind of tough to see where it went.
And for Soler, the last thing you want to do is make that last out at home there.
Well, now an RBI hit to the outfield could plate you too.
I think Flaherty be thinking too here just to be extra careful with Kelenic with the base open and RC on deck.
2-1 pitch. Downstairs, hitters count 3-1. Flaherty fires and locates.
And Kelnick was thinking the same thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to throw a 3-1, I guess you throw a 3-2, right?
That's what
So
they
they say.
Will he go back to that slider? He throws a knuckle curve. He misses. The bases are loaded for Orlando Arcia. And pitching coach Mark Pryor to the mound. He has not had an easy inning yet. 27 in the first, 18, and then 24 pitches so far here in the third for Jack Flaherty.
A lot of stressful pitches, that's for sure.
Bueno, mi gente, está metiendo en problemas el lanzador de los Dodgers.
That's where if you're Dave Roberts, you got to
Se
start
está metiendo en problemas porque viene un bate bueno.
We talked about 69 pitches.
Viene un bate bueno. Orlando Arcia.
And that bullpen a little taxed because Landon Knack, their starter, only went 2 innings yesterday, so the bullpen had to throw 6. They used 4 different relievers. Went after the slider.
I mean, I think you know what he's coming with here.
Yeah.
Shoot that thing to right field.
A ball and a strike. What a big opportunity here for Orlando Arcia and Atlanta in the third.
Orlando's not going to see a heater right here. These sliders away.
The 1-1 offering. Right center field. Betts won't get to it.
Sábana tendida. Yo le dije que ese bate es peligroso. Una sábana para que se arropen.
Orlando Arcia delivers.
Le dio Orlando Arcia.
Well, they weren't thinking along with us, Jeff.
Well, and they were wrong.
4-1 el partido.
I cannot believe he just threw him a heater.
I can't
right
either.
there.
Yeah, I can't either.
Thank you very much. And Orlando was ready for it. Split that right center gap. For Chris Sale, that's
Yeah.
got to feel huge.
That's about as big of a hit as Orlando Arcia has had all season, and it puts Atlanta up 3.
Is that one of those, Glad, you're trying to sneak it by him? Try to buy one?
I mean, I think it's one of those ones where, you know, as a pitcher, sometimes you're out there and the obvious just doesn't seem so obvious. I mean, especially to me, if you're going to throw him a fastball, throw him something in off the plate if you want to show it to him.
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
throw it out.
Vamos a seguirle dando like, mi gente, a la transmisión. Voy a narrar un poco porque están poniendo demasiada música. Vamos a seguirle dando like. Somos 70 personas, tenemos 8 likes. 2-2 para Orlando Arcia. El lanzamiento, 3-2. Conteo lleno. El lanzamiento, bola, lo perdió por cuarta mala. Cuarta mala. Se van a llenar los sacos otra vez, mi gente. Digo, no, solamente estaba uno en segunda. Corredor en primera y segunda. Bueno, se han metido en un problema que cualquiera no lo quiere. El lanzamiento. El lanzador se ha metido en un problema que nadie lo quisiera tener. Lanzamiento, strike. Se cuadra el pitch, viene Pajón. Foul. 1-1 para el bateador. Bien, te vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Somos 68, solamente tenemos 8 likes. Hay 60 que no le han dado like. Vamos a darle. Viene el pitch. Bola. Se cuadra el pitch. A ver si sale de este pedo que se ha metido. El lanzamiento. Batazo por tercera. A segunda. Force out. Salió después de la batalla, pero salió golpeado. Vamos a darle like, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Y vamos a suscribirnos. Somos 69 y solamente tenemos 8 likes. Vamos a suscribirnos, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión, mi gente. Somos 65. 65 activos. Y solamente tenemos 8 likes, mi gente. No es posible, porque le estoy llevando una buena transmisión. Vamos a darle like. Volvimos con el partido. Strike cantado. Freddy Freeman al bate. Freddy Freeman frente al equipo que ganó un anillo de serie mundial. 1-1 el conteo para Freddy Freeman. Viene el lanzamiento. Foul. 2 trae una bola. Está tirando fuego, sale por el centro. Batazo por primera, la tiene bien el primera, el piche. Oh. Le dio en los codos ahí un poquito amarrado. Le dio un poquito amarrado ahí Freddy Freeman. Viene Smith al bate. Primer lanzamiento, bola. Bien, te vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Somos 62. Compartan. Suscríbanse. Se cuadra, sale. Viene para el bola. 2 bolas, 0 strike. Swing en foul. Sale para el home. Dice la ampalla que sí. 2-2. 2-2 el conteo. Bien, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Somos 62 activos y solamente tenemos 8 likes. 8 likes, mi gente. Vamos a suscribirnos, vamos a darle like. Mi nombre es Jonathan, por si quieren interactuar conmigo. Rolling por el Siol. A primera. Tranquilo ahí. El bateador recibe bola en su primer lanzamiento. Viene con candela por el centro. Swing y abanica. 1-1 el conteo. Viene, bola. 2 bolas, 1 strike. Se cuadra, sale. ¡Bomba! Le tira. Y la pelica de foul. Bien, entonces somos 65. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like, por favor, a la transmisión. Nada más tenemos 8 likes. Somos 65. Se cuadra, sale. 2 bolas, 2 strikes. Viene el piche. Uf, abanica. Yach. Slider rompió heavy. Rompió heavy ese slider ahí. Mira cómo bajó esa bola. Fuapiti. 4-1 el partido. Gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. ¿Cuál es el tuyo? ¿Cuál es tu equipo favorito? ¿Tú eres de los Dodgers o eres de los Atlanta? ¿De cuál es usted? ¿De cuál es usted? Comente. ¿De cuál es usted? ¿De los Dodgers o de los Bravos de Atlanta? ¿De cuál es usted? Comente. ¿De dónde nos siguen? Comente de dónde nos siguen, de dónde nos siguen, de dónde nos siguen, comenten. Bien, ya ustedes saben cómo es, estamos en anuncio. Estamos en anuncio. Ya ustedes saben, suscríbanse al canal y denle like en lo que vuelve el partido. Estamos de vuelta al play. Al play estamos de vuelta ya. Estamos de vuelta, mi gente, al play game. Vamos allá. El primer lanzamiento. Dice la ampalla que fue bola. Somos 59, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Solamente tenemos 8 likes. 8 likes. Tenemos de 50 y pico de personas desde hace rato en la transmisión. Swing y abanico. Digo, foul. 1 y 1. 1 y 1 para el bateador. Bola. Cambio de lanzador por el equipo de los Dodgers. Cambio de lanzador. Swing and foul. Batazo en fly al cuadro. El tercera, atrás de ella. Fácil. Cayó el primero de la entrada para los Bravos de Atlanta. Mi gente, si quieren el audio, yo lo puedo poner por rato el audio. Lo que pasa es que a veces ponen mucha música en el estadio. Entonces me van a tumbar la transmisión de YouTube. Porque esa música tienen derecho de autor. Entonces ustedes me dejan saber si sigo narrando mejor. Bueno, batazo a lo profundo. Ay, ay, ay. En la zona de seguridad. En la zona del miedo y del susto. Le dio duro el Moreno Soler. Yo estoy seguro que el pitcher apretó los ojos cuando vio que ese hombre ya iba por la zona de seguridad. Marcelo Zuna al bate. Bola el primer lanzamiento. El oso de la República Dominicana. Se ha frisado el oso. Nosotros estábamos contando con ese champion bate. Piconazo. Double un strike. 2 bolas, un strike. El lanzamiento. Flies al center field. El center field debajo. Con estilo. Se fue la entrada con 0 carreras. El partido sigue igual. 4 entradas completas. 4-1. Arriba Atlanta. Gente, vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a darle like. Vamos a darle like. Solamente tenemos 8 likes. Vamos a darle like para que YouTube la reconozca, la transmisión. Comenta de dónde me sigue, de dónde está viendo el partido. Vamos a interactuar, mi gente. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión. Vamos a suscribirnos. Vamos a subir la transmisión. Vamos a meterle gente a esta transmisión. Compártanla. Los fanáticos de los Dodgers, que no se desesperen, que los Dodgers van a remontar.
Fifth inning, which is presented by Audi. Braves with a 4-1.
Estamos de vuelta con el partido, mi gente. Estamos de vuelta con el partido.
Has not pitched a ton against the Dodgers in his career, but certainly the most famous outing for him against the Dodgers was when he closed out the 2018 World Series when he was with Boston. He pitched the 9th inning in Game 5 when the Red Sox won the World Series title. But this is only his 4th career start against the Dodgers.
So that was kind of the last year he was truly healthy.
Yeah. And that's why you look at the innings that he's thrown this year. He's at 166 of them going into tonight. And guys, you total up the last 4 years for him, and he threw 147 innings in Boston. That kind of tells the story.
Yeah, thanks for saving it.
Yep. Timing is everything, right? We got him at the right time.
Line drive out to right center. Rojas leadoff single. Well, fans, vote Chris Sale for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One, recognizing players who best represent the game through positive contributions both on and off the field. Vote today, MLB.com/Clemente Award, or you can scan that QR code on your screen. We've told a lot of stories. Hannah's told a lot of them this year about Chris Sale doing it not only on the field but off, and he is a well-deserved recipient of that award. That's in there. 0-2 to Max Muncy. This should be the 70th pitch tonight here for Chris Sale. And he induces a weak foul ball on the slider. Muncy will foul it into the seats. And when the Braves went out and played the Dodgers in early May, LA controlled that series. They swept the Braves, outscored them 20-6. But so far already in this series, the Braves have scored 10 runs to the Dodgers 3. So a little bit of a different feel here in September in Atlanta.
That was a tough 6-gamer if you think about it, when they went to Seattle before that and faced that pitching staff.
A lot of low-scoring, close games. And in that Dodgers series, the first game went to 11 innings. The Braves lost it, and then the Dodgers handled them in games 2 and 3. Another foul ball, and look out on deck. That went right over the head of Hernandez.
I'm telling you right now, if I was him, I'd go to the other side like in Little League. Look at this.
Man. Well, he stays in that same spot boldly.
I think he's going to pay a little more attention this one.
You might see him turn his back right here.
Another 1-2 from Sale, and he got him to expand the zone. A half-dozen strikeouts for the lefty.
Well, you talk about it, Glav. I know you did this to tons of people. You sped him up with that inside. You got him thinking he's got to pull the trigger, and you take advantage of that outside part right here. That's masterful work right there.
Yeah, I mean, after that fastball in, lefty on lefty, I just don't know how you can commit to staying in on anything, right? I mean, he had no chance on that breaking ball.
You almost killed your teammate. You're like, I got to do something.
And now Kike Hernandez with 1 away and 1 on. Down the right field line. Everybody's going to run over there. Soler will get to it. And there are 2 away. Here's a quick message from Delta.
From Braves country to the world. Delta, official airline of the Atlanta Braves.
Now we get our 3rd round of Ohtani and Sale. A walk and a strikeout so far. Ohtani is trying to close in, and he is closing in on the first ever 50-50 season. 47 homers, 48 stolen bases. Of course,
it's so funny because he's already got the record as far as those combinations. No one's ever done 50-50, but no one's ever done 48-47 either.
Now, Ronald Acuna had the first 40-70 season last year, and now Ohtani looking for the first 50-50 season. And there's been a lot of talk this year about the DH and them not winning the MVP award, but kind of hard right now to go against Shohei Ohtani with the season he's put together.
I mean, I don't know why you would exempt him from MVP consideration just because he's DHing.
If you had an Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt, someone with those massive numbers, I'll be honest with you, I think I'd feel a little different. But I don't really think there's anybody close to him in the National League. And I mean, as amazing as he's been this year, imagine when he starts pitching. He might rip off 5
Well, I mean, that's been the conversation though surrounding him though, right? Well, how good of a hitter could he be if he stopped pitching? Well, he's done it for a year. He's pretty darn good.
Sale trying to get him 1-2 pitch and a foul tip. Rojas was running for second. He'll have to turn around and go back.
That's that one that Muncy kind of fouled off, although that was a changeup, I think, wasn't it?
Looks like
it was 89.
Yeah. Be an awful lot of spin for a Certainly not a four-seam fastball.
One-two, sail to Ohtani. Upstairs, 97. Weekly out in front of home. Sale will take it. Throws on to first and gets Ohtani again. And it remains 4-1. We're halfway home.
Gente, ya ustedes saben cómo es, ¿verdad? Cuando vengamos otra vez, cuando el partido empiece de nuevo, yo le pongo el audio. Mientras tanto, va a estar en silencio por los audios que colocan, que tienen derecho de autor, y luego YouTube me reclama. Sigan ahí activos, no se desconecte nadie. Sigan ahí activos, todito. Al contrario, compártanla para que venga más gente a ver este partido. Somos 84 personas, mi gente. Vamos a darle like. Solamente tenemos 8 likes. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión para que YouTube la reconozca y la lleve por el mundo entero. Vamos a darle.
Well, for all the issues that the Dodgers have had with their starting pitching, and they've had some injuries in their bullpen too, but their bullpen has the 5th best ERA in baseball. The starter's 18th, so Dave Roberts does like where his bullpen is at, and he's certainly going to need them here tonight.
It's a hard thing right now with all those injuries too, though. You can't count on length from some of these guys right now.
Yeah, you said it earlier, Frenchie. You got Flaherty and Yamamoto if the postseason started today for the Dodgers, and those are really your only reliable starting options.
Well, you think about it, you got Buehler going tomorrow. He has struggled big time. And then on Monday, Yamamoto's going, but he's only going to probably throw 70, 75 pitches. So, again, you're asking a lot possibly from that bullpen.
Yeah, Yamamoto just returned last week, so he's not back up to full strength yet.
Yes. Yeah, he went, I think, 59 pitches on Tuesday.
Oh, 2 to Murphy, swing and a miss, 2 away. Whereas for the Braves, look, Reynaldo Lopez is the question mark right now, right? At the earliest he could return that last series of the regular season. Even if you don't get him back that soon, you do have Fried, Schwellenbach, and Sale as your top 3.
Yeah, and look at them. You know, you get into the postseason, and you know, I'm not discounting Charlie Morton. I mean, he's got such a great history in the postseason and, you know, a veteran guy. So, yeah, I mean, the Braves have options. And, you know, if everybody's healthy, like we continue to talk about, that's a pretty daunting 3 or 4 guys to face in a short series.
And then having Johnson with Jimenez and Iglesias, that's kind of that 6 guys, 7 guys. And we've seen it done. The 19 Nats did it, man. They used 6 pitchers and ran the table.
I think as the season went on, some people just kept waiting. Okay, when's the Braves pitching going to come back down to earth a little bit? It never did. It just kept going and going and going. And now they've got the best ERA in all of baseball. Took over Seattle a couple of days ago.
Yeah, look, you're going to be, if you're able to fight your way into the postseason, you know, it's going to be that opposite of what happened last year, right, where you had the 5 days off. You know, if you're fortunate to get in this year, then you're going to be battle tested going in. You're going to be used to a lot of low scoring games, a lot of tight games, and that's not going to faze these guys.
I had a buddy who's a Seattle Mariners fan. He said, welcome to our world the last 4 years. Have one of the top staffs in baseball and can't make the playoffs.
And that rest thing was a big discussion last year, right? Because the teams that got the rest struggled in the postseason. We'll see how it plays out in 2024.
Well, I still say you want to
give me that
time off.
Absolutely. Those games I got to play, it just hasn't worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all 30 managers would say, give me the time off.
Well, I look at it from the Dodgers and Braves last year, who lost 1 and 2 seed. They have pitching. You know, if you had your regular rotations, I think that's a whole different story than what you saw. You've heard Dave Roberts say it, you know, if we don't get guys healthy, we're going to be in that same spot again.
Payoff pitch to Kelnick. Swing and a miss. Fastball coming in on his hand. So Vesia has retired all 6 that he's faced.
Than anybody else. That one's out to left. That's pretty well hit. Hernandez is going back on the run out to the scoreboard, and it is gone. Swinging a hot shot out toward right center field. That's got a chance. It is gone. Out.
Mi gente, ponemos el audio cuando volvamos. Ya ustedes saben, cuando vuelve el partido pongo el audio otra vez. No se desesperen, mi gente. Vayan viendo ahí las imágenes. Desde que el partido llegue, les coloco el audio. Vamos a darle like al partido. Vamos a darle like a la transmisión y a compartir.
It's that Braves pitching. Mentioned it's been good all year. Last calendar month, it's been exceptional.
Yeah, 5 2/3 innings per start, 10 punch outs per 9 innings. They've been getting it done.
Just 1 run, 4 hits off of Sale so far with his powerful Dodgers lineup tonight. This guy drove in the only run, Mookie Betts, with an RBI single in the 3rd. Orlando Arcia takes it. 1 away.
What you'd love is a quick inning here, maybe, and you get a chance to send him back out, even if it's for a batter or two.
Last time out against Toronto, Sale threw 113 pitches, which was the most for him in 5 seasons. He's at 85 right now. Hernandez, Matt Olson perfectly placed, the only guy on the right side, and Hernandez hit it right to him.
Yeah, and I think too for the Braves, if you're going to, you know, you might be a little bit more cautious this go around with Chris, because, you know, when you go out there and you have that high volume of pitches, and for Chris, his biggest of the season, for me anyway, it wasn't necessarily the next start. It was the one after that where I think it caught up to you. So I think if they can manage him a little bit here tonight, they may do it, but we'll see.
He also did get an extra day rest.
Yeah.
Because he pitched Sunday.
He's at 87 pitches as he deals to Freddie Freeman, who was 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. Sure most people saw, but Freddie's son Max, 3 years old, at the end of July, diagnosed with that rare nerve disease. It was a big scare for Freddie and their family, but thankfully young Max is doing much better. A lot of physical therapy, still a long way to go, but they say he's going to make a full recovery, which is just wonderful news.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, it did not go, they say.
Huh.
Well, sure looked it from up here, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, but, you know, this is a hard game to play. And it's a hard game to play when you have things at home that you're worried about. So I'm sure emotionally that has just worn Freddie out. But thank God he's headed in the right direction.
Yeah, Freddie was away from the team for a week and a half while dealing with that scary situation. Two down and a 3-2 pitch. Left field. Kelnick sprints over. Can't get it. And Freddie Freeman, the active leader across baseball in doubles, has another one with 2 outs.
Well, I was going to say, we saw that about 150 times here in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a classic Freddie right there. Just battled in the at-bat.
Especially lefty on lefty right there. He lets it travel deep.
Yeah, Freddie about the only lefty you feel like has a chance in the lineup right now against Sale.
And now you're going to get a visit to the mound here from Eric Abreu before Will Smith bats.
What's this?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I think this is probably that situation that we're talking about, right? They probably want to get him through this inning and be done with it. So going to give him a little bit of a breather, give the bullpen a chance to get going just in case something gets a little haywire here. But
so Pierce Johnson getting ready. Will Smith is 0 for 2. First half of the season, he was hitting cleanup behind Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman. He's hitting behind 3 future Hall of Famers, but as Frenchie said, they moved him down in the order, batting 5th here tonight. And he fouls this away. 2 balls and a strike. Center field. Harris has his eyes on it. And Chris Sale. 6 innings. Just 1 run given up, another gem.
You have a reputation as one of the star players on the team, Leo, and have had your fair share of time in the spotlight this season. You're happiest under the shining stadium lights, but you also know that you need a break to ensure that you're in top shape for the postseason. You're still a major asset to the
Mi gente, ya ustedes saben cómo es, ¿verdad? El audio vuelve ahora. Sigan dándole like a la transmisión. Síganla compartiendo para que lleguemos a más personas. Somos 55 activos ahora. Estamos bajando, mi gente. Vamos a subir, vamos a subir.
That cheese by Raph.
That's our Yellowwood Breaking the Lumber feature. One ball,
I love
one
when I
strike.
lock BG up. It doesn't happen often.
Have you not heard that one before, BG?
No, I just wasn't ready for it.
His delivery was just impeccable.
Just waiting for Phillips's numbers to pop up. Fritzy caught me off guard. You know, it happens from time to time.
But funny enough, with Phillips, we talked about this is another example. He's closed, I think, what, 18 saves this year for him and Hudson. But I think with Sale out of the game, this is where you'll see him maybe for an inning or two take that chance, you know, that they can come back in that 7th, 8th.
Now, Vesia went 2 after the starter Jack Flaherty only left first base. Gio Urshela shoots this to deep right, and that is over the head of Mookie Betts. Runners are going to be at second and third with nobody out. Orlando Arcia dancing around, but he'll go back to third.
Boy, this ball is squared up right here, guys. It's that fastball out over the plate, and it's down for a right-handed hitter. You just kind of drop that bat head, and now you're in business right here. You add these two.
Mookie Betts has had to have his track shoes on out there tonight and right.
He's been running every direction.
2 at the wall that he couldn't make the play on. That one, the Arcia 3 RBI hit that he tried to track down. The infield moving in some here for the Dodgers. Merrifield to right. Will it drop? Yes, it will. Garcia scores 5-1.
Well, guys, last year when the Braves were dominant, remember how much that bottom part of the order would step up. Tonight, it's done it again. Right here, just off the end of the bat, but again, it doesn't matter. He put it in play. That bottom of the lineup now. 4 hits, 3 extra base hits, couple walks.
And they've driven in 4 of the 5 runs for Atlanta. Back to the top. There's still nobody out. And Michael Harris takes a pitch outside. Harris 1 for 3 tonight. Out to left. Hernandez back. He's got it, but it will produce another run. Michael Harris does the job, and Atlanta now has a 5-run cushion.
How about you, Tom? But that's such a breath of fresh air right there to see you play the ball game that way. Add that tack-on run there to get it to 6-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think both those last 2 guys, Merrifield with a runner on third, looked for a ball that he could elevate, got a hanging breaking ball, was able to serve it in for a base hit, and same thing there. Michael looking for a ball he could elevate, breaking ball up. Fly ball left field, scores the run, tack on run. Love it.
And now here's Jorge Soler. And guys, we talked about the Mets losing earlier today. The Diamondbacks, who the Braves are also chasing, they're already down 8-0 to the Brewers in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, we talked about it. They got 7 left with the Brewers. 3 there this weekend and then 4 in Milwaukee next weekend.
So much focus on the Mets, and rightfully so. But if you're following this Braves team, you need to also be paying attention to the Diamondbacks and the Padres. There's the current wild card standings. Runner breaks for second, but it's fouled off. So Merrifield will return to first. Soler doubled in the 3rd. He almost hit a homer to center in the 4th, but it was caught at the wall. Hit hard, and that gets over the glove of Muncy. Merrifield sprinting to 3rd. Soler to 2nd. Oh, he got in there.
Look at the big fella rumble, Glass.
Yeah. Love it. A little bit of a gamble, but it came up snake eyes.
I tell you what, Muncy wanted no part of this ball. That ball was absolutely smoked off the bat.
He's thinking, I got to face Chris Sale, and then I got to try to field that.
Watch your head. Good job, too. Keeping that foot on the base. Sometimes you come in that hard, it's easy to pop off, and he gets the Pat Burrell treatment, boys.
So Eli White Pitch running. Soler, his night is over. A couple of doubles.
Six and dive.
Infield in. Still just one out. Here's Ozuna. Pitch misses outside. Coming into tonight, Evan Phillips, in his career against Atlanta, including the postseason, had never given up a run and just 2 hits. My, how that has changed here in the 6th inning. 2 in, and the Braves searching for more.
And one thing, I mean, you can end up liking, right? If you're able to hold on, obviously, and win this ball game. They've used 2 of their better 3 or 4 relievers in this ball game right now, and where Phillips is at pitch-wise now, I mean, he's probably not going to pitch tomorrow unless it's
1-2 to Marcell Ozuna. Well, he's down in the count, but a chance for Marcell to hit triple digits in the RBI category. It'll be the 3rd time in his 12-year career that he's had 100 driven in when he gets there.
You know, Dave Roberts wants this out right here because then you would obviously more than likely walk Matt Olson.
Two.
Good eye.
Yeah, 3-2.
I mean, right here, if you're Marcell, Tom, I'm selling out on the outside as far as looking out. He's showing you how he's trying to get you out.
Yeah, he's not coming in unless it's by mistake, and
Yep.
then you tip your hat. But yeah, something out over the plate.
Drive it up the middle, center field, fly ball.
Nowhere near. Bases loaded for Matt Olson. Dave Roberts has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen with 1 out here in the 6th.
Gente, ya ustedes saben, están en pausa. Cuando volvamos yo le pongo el audio.
By Xfinity. Stream Braves baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. And by Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. Two runs already in here in the 6th. Bases loaded. You got Matt Olson up with a new pitcher, Ryan Brazier, out of the bullpen for the Dodgers. First pitch. That's trouble.
Come on, Big Bear.
Can Marcell make it home? He's being waved. He will score easily. And Atlanta has busted it open in the 6th.
Hey, get the Big Bear an oxygen tank, people.
Yeah, we'll little cement mixer, something right there. Slider, cutter. Didn't matter to Matt.
No, and they were playing, shaded him in the gap, so that couldn't have worked out any better.
Second time tonight, the Braves have had a bases clearing hit. It was Arcia with the bases loaded in the third, and now Matt Olson here in the sixth. And they're trying to fan off the big man. Get him a salmon.
You need a lot more than that.
Runner goes to third base on the air.
It is a 2 RBI double for Matt Olson, then an error, or 3 RBI double, then an error to allow him to advance to third.
And it's so big, guys, because of that. Last night you had to go Johnson, Jimenez, Iglesias. Now you're able to give those guys, let's hope, right, a night off. Because if you rode that gauntlet again of those 3 tonight, they're definitely down tomorrow night.
Keep in mind, still 2 games left in this huge series after tonight. It wraps around to Monday. Murphy, the 8th batter this inning for Atlanta. Murphy reaches for it, slaps it to right center. Olson will tag. And the Braves are in double digits. It's 10-1.
Pretty good piece of hitting by Murph, Glad, right there. He went way out there to stick the bat out, and so strong, able to just kind of lift it into center field. That's white line off the plate, down.
Boy, coming into this series, so many people were thinking, can the Braves do it? Can they find a way to just get a split? Well, so far, Atlanta has outscored the Dodgers 16-3. That's going to end the 6th, but this one is all Bravos, a crooked number, 6 in the 6th for Atlanta.
Bueno, mi gente, los fanáticos de los Dodgers, estamos feos. Estamos feos los fanáticos de los Dodgers en esta vuelta porque se le está dando tabla a 2 manos. Gracias a ti por estar mirando la transmisión, DJ Etri. DJ Etri, gracias por ver la transmisión. Thank you.
But I was starting to talk about it before the inning ended. The feeling coming into this series wasn't, oh, no, the Braves can't beat the Dodgers. But certainly people thought, hey, you get out of there with a split, you feel pretty good. I mean, they've just dominated the Dodgers so far. There's a routine ground ball to Merrifield. One away.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think you look at it and you think, okay, well, yeah, we can just kind of maybe get a split, hold serve, so to speak, whatever. Now you're looking at a situation where, yeah, 3 out of 4 and a minimum maybe sweep a series. But, you know, again, you got to get through tonight still. And, you know, the Dodgers are going to have some fight come back tomorrow. But certainly couldn't have planned it out any better.
And tomorrow it'll be Charlie Morton against Walker Buehler. And then Monday it'll be Max Fried against Yamamoto. Out to left field. This will be a hit for Miguel Rojas, his second tonight.
Well, wondering too where you're at in this game now. If you're Snit guys, you could just try to run Grant Holmes for 3 innings. I want to talk about really saving kind of the bullets down there.
Of course, Grant, a lot of time in the minors as a starter, was a starter earlier this year for the Braves. So he can certainly give some length out of the bullpen as he fires a strike there to Max Muncy.
Is 42,732. That's a sellout. 42,732. They're 24% of the season and the highest attended game that Truist played this season.
Max Muncy, I mentioned that series out in L.A. where the Dodgers swept the Braves. He had a 3-homer game in Game 2 of that series, did Muncy, on May 4th. But here he bounces to the right side. Merrifield will take the sure thing at first. 2 away. Stay tuned for the stretch, fueled by our friends at Georgia Natural Gas.
Glad your armorless.
It is, yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
Cracker Jacks loaded up behind us. Val's got us ready.
Got some salted peanuts.
I'm going to have to make a sprint to the little boys' room, so if I don't make it back in time, you guys start without me.
All right.
Now Hernandez at the bottom of the order. Fresh, you should throw out a couple bottled waters tonight.
Ah.
A little steamy, you know.
I feel like that's a bad move.
Just a challenge.
Yeah.
Toss out some of those cookies in the back of the booth.
No, those are going.
Those are going in your gut.
Yeah, those aren't giving away.
You already got 7 in each love handle. It's been a strong night for you back there in the back of the booth. Hernandez out to center. Harris back. He's got it. We head to the stretch. It is all Atlanta.
The stretch is fueled by Georgia Natural.
Mi gente, ya ustedes saben, el mismo flow y el mismo estilo. Cuando vuelve el juego le pongo el audio. Sigan suscribiéndose, sigan dándole like. Comenten, hagan todo lo que ustedes quieran, mi gente, porque ustedes están a todo. Es el resumen que están pasando ahora mismo. A los que son de Estados Unidos o de otro país que hablan inglés, yo entiendo un poco, lo que sí que no lo sé hablar, me disculpan, pero denle like, suscríbanse y compartan.
Miguel Rojas on the mound.
Yeah, he's going to go from short to pitcher here in the 7th inning. That is the definition of Dave Roberts trying to save his bullpen as best he can.
You want to talk about going from high leverage to low leverage.
Well, he's got the rosin bag, so he knows what to do there.
Yeah.
How'd the Cracker Jack toss go, boys?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Since you weren't here,
I was going to say better without me. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had to cover more.
I trust that you spread the infield pretty well. Oh, boy. 49 right down the gut.
Give it to him. Center cut.
And a couple of changes, quite a few. It's an entirely new outfield for the Dodgers. And then you've got Edman moving from center to short. This ball is hammered out to left, but it's caught at the wall by Hernandez. Orlando just missing a solo homer, and then a word with Freddie Freeman. Rather, Taylor out there and left, replacing Hernandez, I should say.
I thought he got that.
I did too.
I guess like anything, when it's coming in at 41 miles per hour.
Yeah, they say the faster it comes in, the further it goes out. So I guess the slower it comes in sometimes doesn't go out as far. Rojas sped him up there at 65.
Yeah. Reach back for a little extra.
Well, we've seen this quite a few times this year, but we have not seen it this early. It's the first time that the Braves have either sent out or faced a position player in the 7th inning. Right back where it came from. And Rojas, 2 up, 2 down.
I don't think he wanted to throw that one away right there, so he ran over to Freddie.
But isn't that amazing, though? You make all those throws from shortstop, and then from the mound, you're like, let me.
Rojas did throw 3 innings last year for the Dodgers. It's the first time that he's pitched this season. Merrifield breaks up his little stretch of 2 in a row retired with a single to right field.
Yeah, I think Bet said if Rojas is coming in, I'm done for the night. I'm not running after any more balls to right field tonight.
Yeah, he's already had a track meet out there.
And now Whit Merrifield will be replaced. Biggio is going to take over there. Well, Michael hit a beer league softball in that 2-game series in D.C. in a similar spot. See what he does here.
Look how Rojas comes set there with a little lean so he can get it on that back leg and really drive downhill.
Thanks, Tom.
You like that form?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I like getting on that back leg, you know, and creating some drive, but he's not following through. He's got to get out over that front leg a little more. All his pitches are up.
Is that better?
There you go.
Perfect location.
I think that 46 to 48 is kind of his happy spot.
Lean back.
Yeah, and on that back leg and now drive.
Ooh.
There you go. Pumped up a little on that 152.
Yeah, see, this is the one if you want to do. That was my favorite. You just see Rojas was looking for the ball to come back from right field like Little League.
Yeah.
You can get a new ball, buddy.
I bet he rears back here and goes 61. Let's see. Grounder. It was 61.
Hey, you see Rojas didn't even cover.
No.
And then apologize.
On to the 8th.
Volvemos en breve, mi gente. Denle like a la transmisión, denle like a la transmisión. Volvemos en breve con el audio. Luego de los anuncios, volvemos con el audio. Denle like a la transmisión.
Braves baseball is brought to you by your local Atlanta area Cadillac dealers. By Visit Mississippi, Wanderers welcome. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Reduce your carbon footprint with greener life. On to the 8th, the Braves enjoying a 10-1 lead. Grant Holmes through the 7th. And now Aaron Bummer, first pitch that he throws in this game. High throw from Arcia, but Matt Olson takes it. And there's quickly one away. It was Kiermaier replacing Ohtani at the top of the order that grounded out there. And now you're going to get that string of players that came in last inning for the Dodgers as replacements. As here is Taylor fouling it off.
Yeah, this is where you miss all the September call-ups. You know, you start running a lot of those guys out here, but you're a little bit more limited.
Blew it by him 0-2.
This one, when you're that bench guy in these type games, you sit there and you start seeing that, and you're about the 6th, you start getting loose. You say, this has got my name all over it.
Bounce foul. But Atlanta, that's 6-run 6. The Dodgers were using the high leverage relievers. Dave Roberts thinking maybe they could get back into it, but now the ball game fully in command here for Atlanta. And just kind of nice, right? I mean, after so many close games, nail-biting games for the Braves, to be able to relax a little in the late innings.
Yeah, it's nice to have one like these every now and then where you can kind of, like you say, relax a little bit. But
there's a strikeout, 2 away.
You always wonder after a night where you scored 10, what's the next night going to be?
But back-to-back pretty good offensive performances. The 6 runs last night, a pair of homers, and Braves 10 already here tonight. And now here's Andy Pages, another replacement. He's batting 3rd in the order where Teoscar Hernandez was hitting. Orlando diving stop. Oh, is he hurt? Looked like maybe he was favoring something, but hopefully okay.
I think the glove just kind of rolled over and got stuck under his leg. Yeah, he's...
Yeah, he winced a little, but he waved to the dugout and said he's fine.
Or just hurt going to the ground, right? But
and now here is Freddie Freeman. Did have a double in the 6th, 1 for 3 tonight, 1 for 6 in the series. Freddie, the 8-time All-Star. Of course, the first 5 with the Braves and then 3 with the Dodgers in the 3 years he's been out west. Gosh, the Brewers now up 12-0 on the Diamondbacks in that game. And Atlanta with a 10-1 lead here as we sail to the bottom of the 8th.
Mi gente, no me desconecten, ya volvió el partido, ya volvió el partido. Se están yendo los fanáticos de los Dodgers. ¿Qué pasa? Ahora que hay Dodgers.
Xfinity Live Look Cam. 10 runs, 10 hits, 7 of those hits doubles. Here's our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
hey, see that most since June of 2021. Crazy.
That was a good year.
That was a great year. Now you got Kike Hernandez on there. Rojas, they want to make sure they rest his arm up in case they need it again.
Yeah, Rojas threw the 7th, did a pretty good job, only gave up 1 hit, and now the position player parade to the mound continues here for Dave Roberts. Eli White, who came into the game for Jorge Soler, that's his first at bat tonight, and he flies to center.
Ah, no, ya al parecer lo dieron por perdido los Dodgers. Ya tienen a un jugador de cuadro pichando. Ya lo dieron por perdido el juego.
And now Marcell Ozuna will take the rest of the night off, and Adam Duvall will hit here for Atlanta.
He's exhausted, guys, after running first to home there. And
man, oh man.
Yeah, go get that cold tub, get those legs ready for tomorrow.
Right now he's enjoying the top shelf of the dugout with Ronald Acuna and Reynaldo Lopez.
Remember a few years ago when D. Gordon hit Travis d'Arnaud and he fell down?
Yeah. Well, d'Arnaud got hit in a similar spot I mentioned when the Nationals put in Nunez to pitch, and he hit him on a 45-mile-per-hour pitch, I believe, and Duvall kind of rubbed it off. Now this one, he hits deep to left. Is that going to go?
Oh, he caught it.
Wow, what a grab by Taylor. He took one away. It won't matter. Duvall can even smile about it in a 10-1 game.
It's a pretty good job right there, isn't it?
Good catch.
That was a robbery.
Got to think, man, I come off the bat and I get a one at bat. And
and now Matt Olson will try to tee off. His last inning in the outfield, and what a catch that was.
You might be onto something, guys.
In on the hands. Well, maybe Hernandez is going to be a key part to their pin down the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 8.
Bien, vamos a poner atrás el partido de Houston y Los Ángeles. Ya empezó, ya inició. Va por el primer inning. Lo vamos a poner inmediatamente acabe esta transmisión.
Seven batters out.
Pretty good for them, right?
Just got to throw strikes.
Doesn't matter the pace.
Well, it's below the hitting speed, right? I mean, you got to be above or below.
Got a little help from Taylor out in left. This is Barnes, the catcher who replaced Will Smith behind the dish, and he fouls it out of play. So Chris Sale's going to get to 10-0 here at home. And in the modern era of Braves baseball, the only Brave to start a season 10-0 at home, Denny Nagel back in 1997, and Chris Sale's going to join him. You remember that year, Tommy?
I do.
How come you never started off 10-0, Tommy?
You know, because then you just set the bar too high for expectations.
Gotcha.
You know?
Well done. Love that. Hope kids are listening.
And you also don't want to hold every record, right, Tom?
Right. I mean, you know, you got to give some other achievements for other guys to try and get a hold of. So,
yeah.
Selfless guy.
Man of the people.
Unbelievable.
Man of the people. Jackson's 2-2. Well, Luke better hurry over there. He does. Nice play.
Luke's a good athlete.
Dodgers down to their final 2 outs here. Tell you what else for Sale that is just so incredibly impressive is this is today the 17th consecutive start that he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer. To be that consistent over 17 starts, just tremendous.
Yeah, it reminds me of some of those years with Maddox, where he just would seemingly never go out there and give up more than 2 runs. And Chris has been that good this year.
Yeah, you don't ever want to say, because it's so tough to win a baseball game, that it's automatic when he pitches, but you got to feel like as a team when he's on the mound, you can win that ball game.
No, I mean, when he's pitching right now, it's, you know, if he doesn't go out there and have a good game, you're almost shocked.
Yeah.
He had that one bad outing against Oakland, but really that's it. Every other start for him has been good.
Which is so funny, right? How your that happens. It's a team like Oakland that just, you can always say too, it's probably tough. Blab, you can say this, but when you face a team full of guys, you have no idea. When you face September call-ups, like you don't know how to attack them, and I think that was probably part of the deal with that Oakland team.
Yeah, and I think that was always the hard part. I think initially with interleague play is you're trying to put together a game plan against guys you have no idea. You don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
And you know, you can get scouting reports all you want, but you know, it's the same as a scouting report on a pitcher. Tell me what you want, but until I get in the batter's box and see it, it's hard to trust completely what people are telling you.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 here to Lux. Grounder could end the ball game. On to first, but no. Lux will beat it out. 2 away. Charlie Morton going tomorrow. And Charlie Morton has been pitching so much better over the last 5 weeks than he had been. He had a rough patch there middle of the season, but see what Charlie has in store for game 3 of the series.
Yeah, look, and like I was saying earlier, you know, you get into the postseason, you don't forget about that guy either, right? I mean, I think Charlie's going to always have, especially at this stage of his career, right? It's hard to go out there and just be consistent and spot on all year long as you get older, but he's going to have some peaks and valleys, but his peaks have been really, really good, and he's in one right now.
And he will be opposed by Walker Buehler. Then, as I said, it'll be Fried against Yamamoto on Monday. Tomorrow's game on ESPN. We'll be back with you on Monday for the series finale. Out to center field. This should write an end to this ball game, and it does. The Braves dominate the Dodgers 10-1 to take the first 2 of the series.
Wow, again, another phenomenal start by Chris Sale, and you know, this kind of a hodgepodge lineup, so to speak, with all these injuries. These guys just show up every day, and they battle and they play, and another big win tonight.
Tell you what, man, this team's overcome a lot, and Chris Sale gets his 17th win. Again, I think he wrapped up the Cy Young tonight. And more importantly, you're back to controlling your own destiny, which is exactly what you want.
We'll be back to wrap it up and then
bueno, mi gente, finalizó el partido. Muchísimas gracias a los que estuvieron ahí en la transmisión. Ya ustedes saben, voy a poner el partido ahora de Seattle y Texas, que está bueno ese, porque Seattle y Texas están ahí, están luchando por acomodarse en los pocos juegos que faltan. Ya los Angels de Anaheim ya prácticamente no tienen vida, porque están a 19 juegos de poder subir. Ya ustedes saben. Ya ustedes saben, voy a tumbar y vengo con Texas y Seattle. Texas.